What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikiPikaPapa, and it's a new day, it's a new beginning, it is a new era in the Pokemon TCG, and I could not be more excited. Scarlet and Violet officially launched today, and I am pumped to be sharing some of this singles information with you guys. So we've done a ton of content around Scarlet and Violet. A couple weeks ago, I did a video based off of booster boxes, right? Am I buying, am I holding, am I investing? What do I think the long-term potential is? I did a video last week where we talked about different products that are coming out, right? We talked about boxes and blasters and packs and boxes and all kinds of cool stuff. And then yesterday we had two impromptu videos because the Pika Mama decided to surprise me with buying me an ETB. And then later on, you guys had the brilliant idea of we should have the kids open one. So we opened both the Scarlet and Violet ETB yesterday. Today, we're going to be talking about the singles because, hey, listen, there's been some fundamental changes. Like, there's different rarities that we're going to talk about. There's different configurations. There's different stars to signify the rarities. And I think it's really cool for us to talk about it today. And it's good timing because, hey, listen, today's the day it drops. So let's see what we're pulling out there. Now, I'm also going to say, remember that video I referenced from a week ago where I talked about the different products? Well, hey, listen, I also talked about singles prices in that video. So at the end of this one, I'm going to show you the single prices from a week ago versus the single prices today. And we're going to see how those top 6 single prices have moved, actually top 3 single prices have moved over this pre-release period. And just remember, it is all going to change because, hey, when new products come out, the prices are very, very, very volatile. So take that with a grain of salt. But for this video, we're going to talk about the different rarities. We're going to talk about the different signs on the card which signify the rarities. And we're going to look at some cardboard too, so this should be a ton of fun. Listen, selfless plug time. If you guys like stuff like this, we do a ton of data. We do a ton of booster boxes. We do a ton of product analysis. We look at grading reports and all kinds of fun stuff. If you're into that, if you're into leveling up the Pokemon TCG knowledge you got, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. We do some really, really cool stuff, and we have an amazing community. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with looking at the special illustration rares because these are the big dogs. These are the big dollar cards here in this set. The Miraidon and Koraidon, those are the kind of headliners for this one, right? Like just like in Scarlet and Violet, or just like in Sun and Moon, and just like in Sword and Shield, you know, there's two individual characters that seem to be the ones, they're on the ETBs, they're the ones that carry the set. But the big hitter so far has been that Miriam, right? I love the fact that she's got Pikachu in the upper right-hand corner. I like the fact that she's tripping, showing a little humanism, being a little goofy. I love all of that. These cards are absolute beautiful. Now in the 2 ETBs, we didn't pull any of them, but I think in the future that Miriam is definitely destined for a PikiPikaPapa personal collection. I don't know if I'm gonna try and rip and pull. I don't know if I'll buy it individually. You know, we talk on this channel about how rip and wax is a losing proposition, so I'll probably buy it as a single and add it to the collection. But I think that card is fire. These cards are absolutely beautiful. So super strong start to Scarlet and Violet. I do believe this could be one of the strongest base sets we have seen in recent memory simply because it is totally and completely leveled up compared to others. Now, next rarity, the hyper rares. So the last one had the 2 gold stars. Hyper rares have the 3 gold stars. Not uncommon in these sets is it's going to have that gold foil border. Really, really pretty. Again, Koraidon, Miraidon, those are the headliners here. We also have basic energy in gold. We also got a couple items. Item that nest ball is really, really hot. That's why I added it up on this slide. So anyways, these cards are really pretty. These cards look really good. There's only 6 of them, and they are, you know, they're relatively rare. Obviously, it's a hyper rare card, but they're absolutely stunning, and I think that these cards will be beautiful additions to the collection. I don't think these are going to be the highest value cards, right? Like, I think those special illustration rares are going to be the ones that carry the set. A lot of times, these gold cards, you know, they do okay. They just don't do great. I sent a couple through to get graded, not because I think there's going to be huge long-term value in them, but because they've got sentimental value to me. So, with that being said, beautiful cards, but if you're looking for something to retire on, the hyper rares probably are not them. Then we're going to get into the ultra rares, okay? So this is signified by 2 white stars, and there is some awesome artwork on here. Like, there's some amazing trainer art. I love that Penny card. I like how she's got the Pokemon hoodie on with the Pokeball on it. Again, Miriam makes another appearance here. First signs of Gyarados, first signs of Arcanine. That Gyarados looks absolutely fire. There's 20 of these cards in all, so you're going to see 10 from the special illustration rares, so they're going to be the same cards, and then you're going to have 10 additional ones as they continue to build out these full art cards. But again, that Gyarados looks super hot. That Arcanine looks really good. These are absolute fire cards, and I think these are going to do really, really well in the long run. Next one up is illustration rares, and I did pull one of these. So this has one gold star on it. That's how you know what it is. That Grivard down there, we actually pulled that. The funny thing was I put all of this together before we did the box breaks, and I thought that Grivard was a really, really cool card. That's why I put it on this slide. So the fact that we pulled it and I had already had it on here, I think is really cool. I'm also in love with that Slowpoke. I'm in love with that Drowsy. One of the things that I noticed is these cards have some really soft pastel tones to it, which is interesting. A lot of times in some of these sets, we've seen more aggressive Pokemon cards, a little bit darker, a little bit edgier, do really well. So I'm excited from an artwork perspective to see how these cards perform, since they do seem to be a little softer. But digging Slowpoke, sitting there on a cobblestone street, just hanging out, Drowsy asleep in the middle of an amusement park. Like, I think these cards are absolutely on fire. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I'm excited to see what they look like. And again, really excited to have that Grivard in the old personal collection. That will be sent off to PSA as a memory that I got to share with you guys. Then the secret rares, 2 secret rares. They also get the gold star, but I thought it was cool to call them out. Sandile, love how Sandile is almost integrated completely into the sand. Like we all know, he hides in the hot sand of the desert, and he is super camouflaged up in this one. And then Fido, looking like Doe himself, staring longingly through the window at the bakery. I just thought these were really cool. I wanted to do a special slide on them and call them out. I don't know what the long-term value of these are going to be. Who knows? Probably not the best, but I do think that they are super cool cards with super cool art, and I certainly would not mind having them in the old PC. That Fido is just, I love it. I love it. Super, super cool stuff, everybody. And then we got some double rares. So in 2 ETBs, we pulled 2 double rares, okay? There's only 8 cards in here. These are part of the base set, so the 198 card base set, these are part of them. They're all EX versions, and they look really good. Again, I have had the opportunity to pull a couple of these, hold a couple of these in my hand. The centering is spot on. The colors look good. The foil is good. Like, I am nothing but up on my optimism for the overall print quality of this set. We shall see, who knows, but we certainly know that there hasn't been a ton of reprints in Sword and Shield, so maybe they've just been perfecting their craft for Scarlet and Violet. But I will tell you right now, these double rare cards look really, really, really awesome, signified by those double black stars. Then guess what? No surprise, we get the common, uncommons, and rares here. That Quaxley card is super cool. I love the silver borders. This is our first view of these new Pokemon here in the new region. And overall, it's really, really exciting stuff to look at. And here you go, like I said, first silver borders in the US. No matter what, it's worth adding a booster box to your collection, just because, hey, having those first silver border cards ever in the US, I think there's going to be some nostalgia to it further down the road, and I think there's going to be a little bit of added value to it. I don't think you're going to get rich on it again, but certainly worth having in the old personal collection. And now, as I promised, let's look back at those cards and see how they have performed. Okay, so over the last 6 days, okay, I pulled this information yesterday, middle of day. I compared it to the information that I had pulled 6 days prior for another video. That Miriam card in the initial pull was at $229.99, and it is all the way down to $100.78, and that is prior to today, when a bunch of these cards are getting ripped. I guarantee a ton of these are going to be hitting eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all over the place. So, don't be surprised if these prices come down, okay? I've got a slide here in a minute where I'm going to just go ahead and re-emphasize that. But then the Miraidon, again, went from 130 down to 85. And then the Gardevoir, which is the other big pull, went from 115 down to 78. So losses of 56%, 35%, and 31% before we even hit the market officially. And again, just don't FOMO. Don't rush into this. Here, I provided a look at what the top 6 cards at Crown Zenith have done. Again, this is not to scare anybody off. This isn't saying the set isn't going to be of high value. This isn't saying this isn't going to be the best base set of all time. The only reason I do this is so you guys understand, like, hey, listen, I know that there's thoughts and theories, and all of us know this inside of our heads. Like, hey, the prices are going to come down. I don't need to jump in right now, but sometimes seeing a visual representation of that kind of helps solidify that. And I want all of you to feel good about your purchases. I want everybody to feel great about the way they spend their money. I want everybody to love their collection, and sometimes it's hard to love a part of your collection if you spend $220 for it and then it's worth $50. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys have found a ton of content and a ton of value in this. I love doing these kinds of products. On Sunday or either Wednesday, we'll see how quickly I get to it, we're going to be doing my top targets for this month, which I am pumped about. And then we have our grading report video and all kinds of fun stuff coming out. So as always, if you made it all the way to the end and you like this content, we would love to have you be a member of this channel. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and we will be talking soon, okay? Thanks, everybody. Bye.